Hello everyone, welcome to Code and Learn and welcome to lesson 49 of our GoLang course. In this tutorial of our GoLang course, I will be discussing what nil means for an interface type. We've already covered the zero value for interface type is nil, but what exactly does it mean? I haven't prepared a presentation for this topic as I believe it is better understood through practical examples. As we have learned in the previous lesson, the zero value for an interface type is nil. Similarly, the zero value of a pointer is also nil. However, they don't mean the same thing. A nil value for a concrete type indicates that the variable has no value or the value is absent. On the other hand, for an interface to be a nil, both the type and value should be nil. This is because in Go, interfaces are implemented as a pair of pointers, one to the type and one to the value. When either of them is not nil, the interface is not nil. Let us explore this with a very common code example. First, I am going to create a variable of type int pointer var a, which is an int pointer. Then I will create I, which is an empty interface. Since we haven't initialized both the variables, the value they hold should be that of the zero value for their respective types, which is nil. So if I do fmt.println and inside it I say a is equal to nil, similarly I can do fmt.println I is equal to nil. If I run this program, you will see that both are true. Go run main.go and as you can see, true is printed to the console. Now what happens if I assign a to I? Both are nil at this point. But if I do fmt println I is equal to nil now, what do we expect? It should be true, right? Because both are nil, we are assigning I to nil again, and here we are comparing I with nil. Go run main.go. As you can see, this is not what we get. False is instead printed to the console. So what exactly happened here? When we did I is equal to a, the empty interface variable was assigned a type, which is a int pointer. And if you remember, I mentioned that interfaces have two pointers, one to the type and one to the value. For an interface to be nil, both the value should be nil. But since here, interface now has a type assigned to it, when we do fmt println I is equal to nil, it is returning false, since I now has a type assigned to it. As such, we saw false printed to the console. So just to revise, why this happened was because interface type in Go is implemented as two pointers, one to the type and one to the value. And for interface type to be nil, both the pointers should be nil. This is something to keep in mind when working with interfaces. That's it for the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please post a comment under the video or reach out to our Discord server. Until next time, happy coding.